Hello friends and crafters, welcome to Carol's Craft Cottage. Today I have a tutorial for you for making poinsettias that you have seen on my projects for Christmas. This is a requested tutorial. Several people have asked me to show you how to make these, so I'm going to do that today. You will need the Spellbinders layered poinsettia die, and you can use any size that you want in this die set to make your poinsettias. For mine, I've used the smallest one and then the next one up from that, as you can see here on this die set. I don't know if this has a number, but it's called layered poinsettia, and this has been out for a long time. The other thing that you're going to need is these like foam gold balls that you get at the Dollar Tree. That's where I got these. You are also going to need, now for mine, even though I use festive berries, I use this with pink as well. It coordinates with my pink paper, and it just depends on how much ink you put on at one time and how wide you go on your poinsettia. So this again is distressed ink called Festive Berries, and then I have a little finger dabber. You can see mine is it's getting worn out, but it still works. I also use a McGill stylus, and you're going to want to have the one that has this pointed edge because you're going to draw the veins in your poinsettia, and then you're going to use this side to help you shape. Also, you can see I have a pair of tweezers. These are EK tools, and I use that to hold it while I put the glitter on. For glitter, I use both crystal stickles, and then I sprinkle this on top. This is the glitter that you see in my projects that's chunky and very sparkly. This comes from Walmart, and it is called Snowy Surprise, and this is in their craft section. And all I do is I pour mine in here and use that to sprinkle. You'll see that as we go along. And I'm going to show you some of the poinsettia. Now, this is when I've done a heavy hand and put the berry on there pretty dark. You can see how beautiful that sparkles. And most of the paper is covered in this. And this shows you where I only put the color basically in the middle, and it gives it like a pinkish tone to it. So when you put this next to pink, it looks really good. So you don't have to do a separate pink from the red berry. And here's some smaller ones to give you an idea on what they look like. I mostly did them light colored because I like to do a lot of pink for Christmas. They are beautiful. So let me set these aside and show you how to do this. All right, I have the, actually this is a piece of foam that comes with the McGill styluses. There's usually 3 in a pack that come with that, and there's the foam mat. I also use this, which is a Cuttlebug mat for embossing. I like to use this as well because it gives me control on what I'm going to do with the flowers. So I'm going to turn this down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to start with I've got here 3 to show you. This one goes with this. That's a small one. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to, I'm sure you can use the blending tool that you get, but I get more control by having this little dabber. And you can get these at Hobby Lobby. I saw them at Hobby Lobby. So all I do is just dab in the middle. This is for ones that I want to be a definite pink glow to it. And you can see I just like did the middle. I'm gonna make 3 flowers so that you can see exactly what I do. All right. This is a small one. All right, so that's all you do. All right, when you get the inking done, then you're going to turn these over. And you are going to actually draw in the line for the veins in your poinsettia. And I will tell you that you can use an embossing folder to put the veins in, but once you get the glitter on there, they won't show. So I rather do it this way. So what I do is I draw one line down the center, and then I go right about here, because I'm going to put, this is a larger petal, so I'm going to put 3 V's going down the middle of the flower. Like that. So one line, and then one, and then I do a V to this point in the flower, and then one below it. So let's do that again. And I'll do it slow so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go a line straight down the center, and that also helps to form the flower. As you can see, that leaf started to pull up. And I'm going to go like 1/8 of an inch from there to make 1 V. And then I'm going to go there and make a V. And then I'm going to go here, which is about 1/8 inch down, and make another V. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just drawing the veins into the poinsettia. Since I have a lot of these to do, you will see me doing this. And I've done so many now that I'm getting fast. So one line down the center, and then about 1/8 of an inch away from this, and then this, and then down 1/8. So I have one petal done. So I'm going to take the round stylus and I'm going to twirl it in the middle of that flower, and you see that starting to shape. So we're going to do the next 2 petals. And you don't have to be precise, because it isn't going to show, but that your lines are out of whack or anything like that. Just aim it and go for it. It does take some time, but the results are beautiful. You do get beautiful flowers. All right, so I did 5 petals there. Turn it over and do a circle. And we got one more for this flower. You're going to use 3 petals for your poinsettia. Straight. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Try to get it straight if you can, but if you can't, that's okay too. All right, and then turn it over and do a circle. Now, I will tell you that a baby wipe does get all of this ink off of my pad, and it also does take off any glue, whether I use hot glue. You can use liquid glue or hot glue. And since I just brought hot glue, that's all I'm going to use to put this together. So you put some hot glue in the center, and then you off-center the petals like that. And then do it again and off-center the petals, and then push down like that. And the hot glue does not stick on that either. So this one is ready. All right, and I'm going to show you how to put the little balls in there as well while I do these. Next, and I suggest taking a day maybe and making, if you're going to be making a lot of Christmas projects, take a day and just make flowers, because it takes a long time to cut them all out, and of course to do all this work as well. But you will get fast. You see, I'm trying to go a little bit slower for you to see what I'm doing. But yeah, once I get going, I get going. I don't have all day to make flowers, right? Just relax and enjoy the process. That's what I say. All right, so I've got one more for this flower. So if you make a bigger poinsettia than this one that I'm showing you here, you can always do 4 veins going down. And turn it over and circle in the center. Now I'll hold it up so that you can see the veins in there. All right, now we're going to do the smaller one. This is the smallest one in the set. So you only need to do 1 line down, and then I go here and then below it. That's all you have to do for the small one. 1 line down, and then from the points in the poinsettia and down. This one isn't so much work. And just press it in the center. And then after I get these 2 petals done, we're going to glue them. And I have one more for the small. All right, and we'll turn it over. Now we're going to glue these together and off-center your petals. I'm going to use this to press it down. And use off-settle this. Offset, not settle. And there we go. Put that aside and Let's do this one. So you can use hot glue or your liquid glue for this part of the flower making process. All right, now next we're going to attach the gold balls, these little balls right here. And I will say that I like to do it with hot glue better than with liquid glue because I have more control on the placing of the gold balls, and also if I'm going to glitter this, I have better control over my glitter, that the glitter will not stick into the liquid glue that is trying to hold these down. So it doesn't interfere, the hot glue doesn't interfere with the glittering of this. So you take 3 balls and you put it in the center and then press them down and then pull your petals up. And that hot glue will help to hold the little balls in and also to form your flower. All right, we're going to take that aside. And I even put 3 balls in the little one. And you can see I have a pretty good dab of hot glue in there. I don't want these little balls escaping me. Okay. All right, and I'm going to pull one more out of here, this time, for the last flower. And just press them in and then press that in and pull your little petals up. And it'll help with your flower. All right, now comes the fun part. And yes, they do kind of stick to you. So you're going to get your crystal stickles. Now I had a bunch of what was that, a paper lace or something? The stickles that was, didn't have any glitter in it, and I used it all up by doing this. So it doesn't matter if you have that. I forgot what it was called. It was something lace. It was paper lace or something. It was a clear stickles with no glitter in it. So you could use that too. So you're going to put your flower, as you could see what I did, onto the tweezers, and then you're going to go over each petal very lightly with your stickles. And this is actually glitter glue, so you've got a couple layers of glitter that are going to go onto your flower. You can see that I don't put a heavy hand on there, just a little bit. Your bottle of glitter glue will go a long way. And you just swirl it around. Don't worry to get it all even, because it's not going to show once that glitter is on to your flower. So here I'm going to pull my glitter, and I just have an old spoon, and I pour it all over my poinsettia, and then tap it off. And you can see I missed this petal right here, so if that happens to you, just go back in there and hit up the spots where you want more glitter, and shake some more glitter on there. And look how beautiful that turned out. Gorgeous, right? What happens is that glitter gets on there and it reflects the color And it's just beautiful. And it kind of tones down the red berries. All right, so let's do the next two. So in case you didn't see before, I put my little tweezers in between, in the back of the petals to hold it for me while I take the glitter glue. This looks like it's getting clogged. Yeah, my glitter glue is getting clogged, and I did not bring a pin. Let's see if I can get it to work again. I just put it down for a second and it clogged up. Isn't that the way it goes? All right, let's see. Here we go. I got it flowing again, I believe. Here we go. So I don't want it all gobbed up on one leaf. All right, and I'm going to pull this glitter in again. Shake it on my poinsettia. And look at that beauty. So pretty. And they sparkle on your project beautifully. And so we've got one more, which is the little one. And even this one goes on to my tweezers. Hey. It worked this time. And like I said, this glitter bottle goes a long way. You don't have to put a lot, just put some. And you just sprinkle the glitter on there. Tap it off. Make sure all what you want covered is covered. And there you go. Just put it aside to dry, which you can see that I use my scoreboard. I have a couple scoreboards, so I use them for different things like that. So just put it aside and let it dry. It takes about 2 to 3 hours or so for that to dry, so that you can work with them. That's why I say do all your flowers in one day, and then you'll have flowers for a long time and not need to stop when you are creating. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I appreciate you stopping by today. And until next time, everyone, happy crafting. Bye-bye.